Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with Season 2, Episode 1 of The Last of Us. Last we saw, you can clearly see the show is starting immediately where we ended the episode. Ellie was asking Joel if he was telling her the truth. Did he really just get no cure and leave the facility? Was it under attack? Or did he freak out, murder everybody, and take her away, and she has no clue? You can clearly see from the end, it appeared that she did not believe what he was saying, and I don't know. I paused it. As soon as I saw the first shot, I paused it, so I don't know exactly where they're picking up, but it is right where we left off in Season 1. I did watch Season 1 in its entirety. I think it only went up on Patreon. I did a lot of clip outs of scenes and stuff for YouTube. I might have even posted the first couple episodes, but I forget. I'm not exactly sure how I did it. All I know is I did watch it. Marlene died at the end. There was a lot of violence and death. We got away. We're going back to where home is, basically, where our home is. I've never seen the second game. I did the walkthrough for the first game right before we watched Season 1. And I would say that a lot of the things that happened in the game did happen in the show. There were actual, like, scene-by-scene shots. Very well done. Like with the giraffe and other things as well. But I don't know Season 2 or the second game. I've never played it. I know it is very controversial. I know something crazy happens at the beginning and people were all sorts of pissed off, and I don't even know where to begin with that. So let's just jump in. We'll talk more at the end. Like I said, we're starting right where we left off, so no need to explain exactly where we were, except for what I've already said. You guys want to see more of what I do? In the description, link for Patreon, where you'll see every episode of Season 1 in full unedited. You want your own requested show or movie? That's where you go to ask me to watch whatever you want at a certain tier level, and I will do so. That is how we have thousands of exclusives like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, started Season 4 of Once Upon a Time, Leverage, Warehouse 13, and Sherlock just started. We just finished Eureka and Cobra Kai's final seasons. Severance, Yellow Jackets just ended. Thousands of other movies and shows, full unedited. Check it out. If not, Season 2, Episode 1, The Last of Us. I was saying the Raiders, the Fireflies.
I swear.
I'll swear it. Now, who's to say the show even goes along with the game? See, look at her face.
Okay.
This is a person that questions everything you just said, sir. Look at his face. He knows she's questioning it. I'll be honest with you. I haven't rewatched it. I just remember that it ended right here. And that was probably the end right there. Now, there might be a time jump. But that's the last we saw.
So what do we do? Do we look for other fireflies?
Where?
Ed has a brother who runs an outfit in Seattle.
Supposedly he'd take us all in.
Not until we find Joel. We're finding him. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. With a 3-day jump on us. We should have gone right after him.
He drove away, Abby.
None of this is fucking fair.
Abby.
Maybe the Seattle crew has resources.
You'll help me find him.
Yes. I'll help you find him.
Book smart. That's what it is. Book smart. I was going to say, I'm like, I know her. Oh, and Justified. It's Loretta from Justified. One of my favorites.
Slowly.
What?
We kill him slowly.
Well, then, lady, there's the credits. 5 years later, so there is a time jump. Is Ellie going to be a different actress? I can't remember if this was the thing, or... Oh no, she's still the same. I can't tell if she is training. Sort of an armbar, but not really. Is he going to tap? He's tapping out. Tapping out.
Okay.
I knew it was some sort of training.
Okay. Ellie! Stop.
Sorry, I was in the moment.
Second, you can't
Look at
blame
her
a motherfucker if
face. She
people
looks
land the
crazy.
first hit on you.
Fucking hard, by the way.
I pulled it.
You pulled it?
Yeah, he pulled it. Otherwise, he would have knocked you out.
You would have been dead.
And I don't want to have to explain that to Joel.
Don't pull punches.
I like it. I mean, if he didn't pull the punch, though, she would have been laid out. But she's like, I don't care. Jackson, Wyoming. They want a fair shake. Look at this, man. We have a fully operational town going. There is shrubbery in the pipes. All sorts of crap growing through the water supply.
Something go wrong out there?
Well, the main lines are clay, all cracked to shit and full of roots.
I know I'm a hard ass and maybe overprotective, and she's... her.
Are you in fucking therapy? Holy shit, you're seeing Gail?
I'm not in therapy.
He's got his glasses on, tinkering around with power supplies.
Don't tell anyone I'm in therapy.
I feel like that girl's gonna die. I'm calling her right now. She seems lovely. I hope not. I already like her. Like that. Long. There was like
You're getting good.
second or two
Who's next?
delay there so far.
Let's see.
You gotta
It's going uphill,
calculate.
so you gotta compensate.
There you go. What he just said.
Headshot?
Like, especially on the move like this. Took out the leg.
We should head back. Want to get a patrol out there?
I'm an adult. He can't tell me what I can and can't do.
Yeah, well, he can tell me.
You know I'm the one we should be least worried about when it comes to infected.
Hey, we don't talk about that.
I got bit on my arm.
Ellie, we don't talk about that.
I got bit!
Hey! Hey, hey!
I'm immune!
I hope someone listens and comes and kidnaps you and beats you to death. No, I don't hope that. I'll die if someone actually is like listening and goes, "Did you hear that, girl? Is that weed? The stickiest of the icky
Payment accepted.
for Catherine O'Hara."
You shot and killed my husband, and I resent you for it. No, maybe a little more than that. And yes, I know you had no choice. I know that. I know I should forgive you. I'm ashamed, but it's in the air, and I can't take it back.
Your turn for
Say
honesty.
the thing you're afraid to say.
Yeah. I mean, hey, she was pretty honest.
Did you do something to her?
Oh my God, will he say it? I mean, clearly, look at his face. He saved her life,
Then what?
but he lied to her
What did you do?
about saving the world, possibly.
I saved her.
Yeah, he saved her, but he can't say how or why.
Hi. Yep. Unravel. There we go. Look at you with all that hard work.
Clearly, Ellie's into her.
You're like Curtis and Viper. I was actually gonna maybe watch them tomorrow night with him, if you want to join.
You're doing the Alpine Run. I know a couple of you are new to this trail, so listen up. I see Ellie over here looking like Curtis and Viper.
The fuck?
So let me remind you, this is just a recon patrol. You come on back and we send out a squad. Understood?
You know you're only like 4 years older than us, right?
4
Thank
years is
you.
a lot. Anybody with 4 years on you in anything will beat you down.
Cat's available.
Why would I ask Kat?
Because she's the other one. We can get baked. We can dance to the smooth tunes of, what are they called? Brittany and the Drug Boys.
Dina's like, oh, you must like somebody else. Like, you,
Yes,
you
again.
don't think it's you? We got a bloody mess heading up the hill. It isn't even covered. It is fresh.
Guys,
Yeah, see, they're already going against the grain.
come on.
The way this all went down, the guy literally, like, foreshadowed, if there is a problem, and of course Ellie and Dina are like, no, let's go recon. Up on the roof,
Looks like
yeah.
at least one of them made it back in.
What do you call Grizzly's ribs? Barbecue.
Ellie's book of jokes. One of these things is jumping up and attacking us. She had to beg to get into this, and now she gets into it, and she's just
Fine.
immediately wanting aggressive action.
I'll give him 5 minutes.
Yeah, great. Now you're putting everyone else in danger. Someone's dying. It's too much pushback by Ellie to not have an accident occur. I mean, you clearly hear them howling like crazy people. You immediately yell back to the other people. We hear things screaming in the building. You'd think after 5 years Ellie would have learned. It's like, what is she, suicidal? Or she's just, is it that she knows she could get bit? This whole thing is stupid. I hope you turn around and it's right there and your face gets eaten. Yeah, real funny.
Did you get bit? Did
Insane.
I have to shoot you in the face?
Not today.
I knew it. I frigging knew it. When she stepped down, it was like they couldn't have foreshadowed it anymore. She jumps on the back of one. Reckless insanity. Tommy was like, yeah, you probably shouldn't. This is why. Because you're a freaking moron. Jennifer Aniston, best dressed. You know something's coming out of somewhere. It's oh, there we go. Oh, no, that's a person. It was crawling around. We're going to see it again. Yeah, look, it's kind of following her, and she's not even seeing it. Why is this thing so stealthy? It's gonna pop up right in front of you any second. It's coming. From like Left 4 Dead?
Fucker.
It sounds like a witch.
Run at me!
If an enemy comes at you, granted she's assuming they're stupid. Clearly this thing is way different. It is literally luring her in. This thing's gonna probably look horrific. Look at this. Did it bite her again? I couldn't tell if it was biting her stomach or not that it matters because she's immune. Yeah, it did. It bit her stomach.
That was it? Just her?
It did what we do. took cover, planned, waited, lured me in.
And how exactly is you two running into an uncleared building qualify as following the rules?
We've killed a lot of infected before.
And you're telling me what, if it were you and Joel, you wouldn't have gone in?
Well, that ain't the same.
Why?
Like, are you kidding me? Are we having a discussion?
All right.
They're way more
Apologize for
trained
that,
than
and
two
log your
moron
report,
kids that clearly failed at everything.
Go.
She has the nerve to go to Tommy. What's the difference? The difference is more experience than they have lived a life.
Do we believe them?
They're very lax about all this. They're like, you disobeyed orders. If it was anybody else, they'd be dead right now. Anybody but Ellie got bit by that thing, they'd be dead right now. Why is it okay if you guys do it? Because we don't fail. Like, I don't mean to be that mean, but this whole thing is insane. 5-year time jump. What she just did was suicidal and put other people's lives on the line.
You been playing much?
Enough, yeah.
Strings are shot.
Oh,
We'll put some new ones on for you.
well, you don't have to do that.
It seems like everyone's into Dina. Guys and girls.
Hey, what took you so long?
This next one is a little slower.
That's what her ex-boyfriend was talking about.
It's a family event. Dykes.
What did you just say? No, Ellie.
Oh, God.
Get the hell out of here.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, Joel got a little aggressive, but that guy got verbally
I don't
aggressive.
need your fucking help.
Does she have the right to say anything about how anyone handles anything after all the shit she just did? And meanwhile, Joel is just like a total pushover since the minute we saw him. Like, the most aggressive thing he did is attack somebody for her, and she got mad at him. Oh, God, tell me that shit starts moving. It is alive and well. Not good. I mean, the episode's almost over already. We got intruders. Oh, it's them already. Holy crap, they already found him. All right, everybody, that is it for episode 1 of season 2 for The Last of Us. My God, you guys let me know if I'm getting a little crazy about Ellie, but what the frig is going on? From the minute we saw Joel, he looks beaten and worn down. Literally, I just said at the end there, he looks like he aged 20 years in 5. The whole episode, all he's doing is restructuring circuit breakers, restringing guitars, going to a therapist because he wants to get in touch with his emotions. And the most aggressive thing he did all episode was at the end there, that older dude obviously making negative comments. And Joel stepped in, and that's the most aggressive thing he did. And Ellie fires back like, I don't need your goddamn help, blah, blah, blah. Like, totally aggressive, moronic lunatic. Ellie, this whole episode, from the very beginning. First off, in the very beginning, they show Abby. Abby is the new character I definitely saw during the trailer. Abby's coming in. She's one of the Fireflies. She is clearly irate that Joel, or they don't even know if his name is Joel. They're like, it's either Joe or Joel. We got like a description, but we're not really clear about the name. But he took the girl, killed all the Fireflies, and they're out to get him. They're like, or Abby mostly. Everyone else is like, let's just forget that happened for now. We have to regroup. We could go to Seattle. She's like, no, that is crazy. We are hunting this man down. We are killing him. It's weird to me because they did a 5-year time jump. Ellie doesn't look that much older. Joel looks a lot older. Abby, unless I'm mistaken, they showed the Abby scene right after everything went down. They buried their people, and now they are 5 years later as well. So 5 years went by. Granted, they're younger, so when you're younger, you tend not to age as quickly as when you're older, I guess. But they looked exactly the same as we saw them 5 years ago. Ellie looks slightly older. I did look it up during the episode. She's 21 years old in real life. I mean, I guess it matches up to what she is in real life in the show now, because I feel like in the show in season 1, 5 years ago, she was like 15, 16 years old, possibly. Regardless, we see at the end there, Abby and the crew has caught up with them, and they track down Joel to this community. So on top of that, we see the pipe is sprouting all this vegetation. The second they cracked open that pipe and we saw it in there, I'm thinking like, shouldn't we burn it or something? I didn't know how quickly it was going to matter, but you could clearly see there is something living and moving inside it. I feel like we are making horrible choices all around, more so Ellie than anybody. But 5 years later, don't you think we'd have like a protocol online? We crack the pipe, we find all this shit. I at the very least, I'd burn everything. Anything that could possibly be connected to these creatures, I would at the very least burn. We just left it cracked open, fully exposed. We see shit moving around. Now we see Abby and the crew coming in. Everyone's getting drunk because there's this community event. And the biggest, most important new character I could see that we've brought into the mix is Dina. And Dina was clearly dating that Asian guy who put them on the recon mission. He at the party is like, yeah, I don't think we're going to get back together. I can pretty much guarantee it. Wink, wink. That means Dina is not into guys anymore, or at the very least, because she was clearly into guys at some point. Ellie is acting like, no, there's no chance in hell. They did show us on the recon mission that it seemed like that wasn't where it was going, because Dina was like, oh, you're not into that girl? Well, you're the only two like you. AK, you're the only two lesbians in the community. And then she's like, well, I'm not into her anymore. It ain't going to be like that anymore. And Dina's like, all right, well, you could go with me. We'll be BFFs. I'm thinking, is Dina that dumb? Is Dina that dumb that she's not realizing that Ellie is 100% into her? In the beginning, Dina's putting like a thing around her. Ellie's like smelling her and like looking like ever so happy that Dina's even giving her the time of day. But then Dina was like, I'm going to go over Joel's and watch tapes. It was a little confusing in the beginning because they were sort of misdirecting us into almost thinking like, is something going on with her and Joel, or is something going on with her? I know the age difference is vast, obviously. I'm not an idiot. Like, Dina is Ellie's age. Joel is like in his 50s. There is like a 30-year age gap in between. But I mean, at the end of the world type scenario, you know, younger girls fall in love with older guys all the time, and the pickings aren't as good as they were when the world was whole. So I definitely feel like the show was trying to make it like, is she have a little crush on Joel or something? Nope. She was just like, you know, making Ellie think twice or deceiving her and pretending that she wasn't into it, but she was totally into it. At the end there, she kisses her, and then the dude makes the comment, Joel steps in, everything goes to shit. The craziest part to me is the recon mission. Tommy was like, stop shouting to the mountaintops. Literally, at the beginning, she is on top of a mountain, screaming that she's immune. I wouldn't even be surprised if Abby and those people heard her. I hope we have a flashback, and Abby and those people heard her screaming from the mountaintops, because what is the odds that night they roll up on the community? We were screaming, echoing through the mountains. There is a good chance that Abby and her people heard her screaming and heard the echoes and found us because of that. And that would make what Ellie's doing even more stupid, because that in itself was dumb. You don't do that. Like, we protected you, like, we're saving you. Regardless of what you think happened with the Fireflies, whether you think Joel lied or not, you have to protect your community. Everything Ellie's doing is selfish. Yes, we know you're immune, so let's just scream your fucking head off so everybody else gets exposed to this. And then you go with this girl that you're infatuated with into a recon mission, and you're everyone in the group. There's 5 people in the group, 3 out of the 5, and you are, and the girl you love are 2 of the 5. You're like, no, we got this. We're gonna jump inside of this building where we hear screaming and yelling by these creatures, and we're gonna try to take them out. Ellie jumps on the back of one, stabs it 50 times in the neck, totally insane and radical to even do that to begin with. Then she hears the floor is weak and falls through the floor. It could have easily been Dina, and Dina would be dead. We find some new evolved type of whatever the heck you want to call these things, and it is literally tricking her. And then she runs after it. You see this thing, it doesn't attack you. You already could tell it is not acting how the rest of these things act. All the others run at you. This thing looks at you, runs away, so you aggressively run at it blindly. Everything Ellie did is totally batshit insane. Like, I like, it's frustrating me and annoying me, because it's a 5-year time jump. If anything, she should be like on her game, like the top level of like maximum effort. And instead, she's doing the stupidest things I could ever remember doing, counting season 1, when she barely knew what the hell she was getting herself into. It's almost like she's suicidal. But like I said, it's okay to be if you know you could get bitten. You don't give a shit about your own life. But Dina could have easily have been the one that fell through the floor and died. Anything could have happened. And the recon mission, and then they bring you back to the office, and you're all talking, and you're like, you know, you shouldn't have done that. And like, we have this whole council, and they're like, yeah, you shouldn't have done that. But like, there's no sort of punishment or reprimanding whatsoever. Like, this is how communities fall, because you allow insanity to happen like that. Like, the whole thing blows my mind. But it's all Ellie. Ellie is like, and I liked Ellie in season 1. It's nothing against her. It is against her in the sense that every decision she's making, I feel like, is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I don't care if she's frustrated and she knows Joel's lying. You are literally putting your entire community at risk here. And she's just like, yeah, like, well, like, why can't we do it? They could do it. You could do it. Like we're the council. We're older. Like, obviously, older people are usually able to do more because they have more rational decisions and are more experienced. Now, that's not granted to be the case all the time, but you can't just be like, I'm an adult now and I can do crazy, stupid shit and risk the whole community because I said so. It's blowing my mind. But I'm going to go edit this up because I'm talking way too much. You guys let me know what you think. You want to see more of what I do? In the description is the link for Patreon where you'll see every episode of The Last of Us in full unedited. You want your own requested show or movie? Go to the link, ask me to watch whatever you want, and I will do so. That is how we have thousands of exclusives like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Once Upon a Time just started season 4, Leverage, Warehouse 13, and Sherlock just started. We also just finished Eureka and Cobra Kai's final season, Severance and Yellow Jackets new seasons, Pushing Daisies, Good Omens, thousands of other movies and shows full unedited. Check it out. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.